And we continue now with our focus group and our good friend Frank Luntz. And Frank, take it away.
Okay, should Barack Obama have weighed into this issue, or should he have left it alone? Who believes that he was right to get involved in it? Only like 5, 6 of you. You agree that he was right to make the statement?
I do. I think it's a great opportunity to make a distinction between terrorists and Muslims. The group behind the World Trade Center attacks were terrorists who were part of a hate group and who happened to be Muslim. You could draw an analogy, and maybe you can say it's a stretch, but the Ku Klux Klan is also a hate group, and the majority of them happen to be Christians. So if you can't put a church somewhere because of the Ku Klux Klan, and it would be upsetting, it's the same thing.
But hasn't he enraged more people?
Wait, I want to hear what she said. You're disagreeing. Why?
No, because it's disrespectful and insensitive to the victims and their families to build the mosque right on sacred ground, because all Americans view Ground Zero as sacred ground.
Do you agree with that?
I don't necessarily agree with that, and even though sentiment, I agree with what Barack Obama said. I just think he has a history of stepping in issues where he shouldn't be commenting on.
Why shouldn't the president comment on an issue that is of great importance, obviously, to the American people, very divisive to the American people? And you notice he gave one statement a week ago, and then the next day backed off the statement. You know what?
But he didn't really back off.
Actually, you guys watch this.
He didn't back off.
Hold on 1 second. You guys, I had them react to it, about a 30-second clip of Obama's speech in the White House. And you guys use your dials. They reacted. They turned it up if they agreed. They turned it down if they disagreed. Let's take a look at what you all had to say, your reaction to Barack Obama's statement.
Let's roll the tape.
So I understand the emotions that this issue engenders. And Ground Zero is indeed hallowed ground. But let me be clear. As a citizen and as president, I believe that Muslims have the right to practice their religion as everyone else in this country. And that includes the right to build a place of worship and a community center on private property in Lower Manhattan in accordance with local laws and ordinances.
Oh, that was a dramatic drop.
What was the problem, Fedor?
I mean, I'm really happy to see a liberal standing up for the Bill of Rights and everything. But the thing is that the legal argument that he made should have actually been the beginning of the whole conversation. And then after that, he should have led into the reality of the situation and the feelings.
Are you Muslim?
I'm not. No.
Actually, I think in the second statement where he said he wasn't necessarily talking about the wisdom to build it. You know, he was saying the right. That's what he was talking about, was the right to build it.
He was absolutely backwards. First you say what the rights are, and then you go into, but look at what this would mean to the families.
I mean, personally, I think he spoke stupidly. I mean, I thought that was ridiculous.
Very good. He spoke stupidly.
Again.
That's a term that he does.
Every time he weighs in, he speaks stupidly.
Why is he butting into New York's business? First he wanted the terrorists tried in New York, and now he wants the mosque built there. And I don't have a problem with the mosque being built, but not right over there. That's insensitive, just like the terrorists being tried.
He's trying to do political campaigning, and it's we the people that are the president.
Yeah.
I think until these 9/11 memorials are finished being built, this should not even be a discussion.
Okay, so let me ask you, at what point, this is a tough question to ask, and I'm going to get criticized for it, at what point is the mourning over? At what point do you say, it happened, it's the past? You're nodding your head. You're telling me there's no time?
I agree with you. Yeah. Hang on, I want to hear what she has to say. Yes.
Over, because look, I lost a brother 40 years ago by a hit-and-run driver. It's that you always think about it. It's never over.
And we got to put it in this perspective. This was the worst attack in American history.
Absolutely.
We lost 3,000 people. I meet family members and children all the time that will never see their parents again as a result of 9/11. Yes, sir.
I don't believe at any point that rights can be overridden by mourning. I mean, this is America. We're a country of laws.
That's true. Gregory.
Yes.
The Oklahoma City bombings were not as drastic as 9/11, but I wonder if we're going to question Timothy McVeigh and what his religious views are.
He didn't go in yelling, he's doing this for God or for Jesus. Okay? He didn't claim to be doing it for a religious reason either, so we have to remember that.
Yes, sir. Yes.
They're still finding bone fragments and body parts at the site. And I think until the time they are able to say that it's free of remains, the healing will be over, but I don't think it'll be anytime soon.
Go ahead.
You know, I don't think we can't forget that Muslims also died in that 9/11 attack. Also, I mean, we're not supporting terrorism. You know, we just want to freedom of our religion.
But again, we brought this up the other day. The imam that's spearheading it said America is an accessory to what happened. I find that statement abhorrent. Who agrees? Is there anyone that disagrees?
You disagree. Tell me why.
Why?
Well, there's people in Muslim nations that are dying because of our hands. So
wait, hang on a second. Prior to this, you know, remember, this was our 9/11 Commission report said they were at war with us. We were not at war with them for over a decade. If you think of America, I think of America, and President Obama should have said this when he addressed the Muslim world. We helped people in Kosovo, in Indonesia, in Kuwait. We liberated people in Afghanistan, in Iraq. We have helped the Muslim world, and I'm not sure where this concept comes from that America is somehow hostile to Islam or the Muslim world, because I don't think that's been the case.
Well, we don't know all the actions that our soldiers and our military are taking.
We were at war with people that were hell-bent on destroying this country. That's where the war on terrorism began.
What's the problem with admitting that some American foreign policy has created some of the problems in the Middle East, including financing the Taliban in Afghanistan?
You think we caused what happened?
I absolutely do not believe that we caused or deserved in any way, shape, or form what happened on 9/11.
He said we're an accessory.
I think it's important that we identify who the Islamic people are versus terrorists, and I don't think that you condemn a whole family because they have one drunk uncle.
We got to take a break.
He's willing to take money.
We got a lot more to get to. We'll come back. We will continue more with our focus group and with Frank Luntz as we continue on Hannity. Straight ahead.